Hey everyone, finally have enough done to make another devlog. It's been a while since I got busy with school, so I did a bunch of work and then had to take a long break, and I finally came back and finished up a few things, so there's a lot to show. You can see a PvP arena over here, but first I want to showcase a little change I made to the battle system that I think is pretty cool. So the tall grass functions the same as usual, run around in it, and eventually I'll get an encounter. Let's see. Sometimes it takes a while, I might need to make it more common. Eventually, any day now, I'll get an encounter. Hmm. This keeps happening where I just don't get... Okay, there we go. So, as you can see, the background is blue now. I have added a quick time event system. Currently, it's just hooked up to the basic attack. The quick time event doesn't have any effect on the basic attack, and you can see there's also a fleeing system involved. This enemy won't flee. Charge attack doesn't have a quick time event associated with it, though. It just does 2 flat damage. Um, yeah, failing the quick time event or not doing as well, and it doesn't do anything with the basic attack. I have the same quick time event with the flee action though, and you have to get it perfectly in order to flee correctly. These are all just placeholders for now, though. This is all for testing. You'll also notice there's a timer at the top there. It's currently set to 10 seconds just for testing purposes. I might make it larger in the final game. But this is mainly for PvP to prevent players from just stalling on their turn forever. So you have a limited amount of time to make your decision, and if you let the timer run out, then you forfeit your turn and the opponent gets the chance to attack you. There's a bit more to this with the PvP system as well. In PvE, I don't know if I'll keep it with PvE or if I'll have it not be the case, but currently it just means you have to make a move or else your enemy is going to get a free move on you. The quick time event system... Oh, come on. The QuickTime event system is meant to be pretty robust too. This is just one form of QuickTime event I made that's just like a bunch of nodes that pop up that you have to hit at a specific time, and I added a bunch of parameters to change about like where they're positioned, when you've got to hit them. I think I had the idea to potentially add like a tapping function to them if you're playing on mobile, but I haven't really gotten into that yet because that's a whole other thing. I don't know if I'll actually try to make this game work on mobile or not, but yeah, I want to have other types of quick time events too, which I might make one like for the flee action or something. Anyway, I have my alt account here because I need to showcase the PvP arena. This took a lot of work too, so currently I'm in a waiting mode right now. As I stand on this platform, I can click leave arena to get teleported off. And I can jump on here with my other guy. And now we're both in a battle. The turn timers are a lot more important here. I actually have it set up so that if 4 turns in a row get forfeit, meaning both players are AFK, it will actually end the battle and make it a draw. That way players can't just AFK at the PvP arena and hog it. So I'm going to have basic attack from my alt account. And if you'll notice, the board up there actually updates as well. So like I'll use my charged attack here, and you can see that it actually allows other people to spectate the battle, basically. So now my alt account will use a charged attack. And then there's a forfeit button here, and what this allows you to do is just forfeit the battle and let the other person win. It's same functionality as fleeing, basically. It just doesn't have a quick time event because that wouldn't really make sense given the context. Let me showcase the auto draw system. Also, there's a little bit of a cooldown on the PvP arena after players finish with it. So I'm just going to sit here and do nothing for 4 turns on either side. And this is just to prevent AFK players from just hogging the arena. But yeah. I actually made it config variables for how long the turn timer is and how many turns need to be forfeit in a row for the battle to be ended. So it'll be easy for me to adjust as well. I'm trying my best to make the code like easy to work with and easy to add to. I feel like it's getting a bit messy in places just in terms of having really long functions that are kind of hard to read at a glance. But it's a little tricky sometimes to find things that I can break out into their own functions and make a little bit simpler. I believe this should be the final turn, and then the battle will be ended after this. Yep. And then we both get kicked out of the arena. So yeah, that's where I am now. I'm thinking next I might either try to do some like sprucing up of the battle system to actually make it look nicer with like visual effects and maybe sound effects too. Or I could try making like status effects. I might put off things like leveling up and character building and stuff till later. I know I want to make an inventory system at some point too, and I'm not really sure how I'm going to approach that, but yeah, there's a lot more stuff that I could do with this game. This is just a very rudimentary prototype of the basic battle system, but I'm still pretty happy with what I've managed to do so far. I think it's decently robust. I should be able to, once I get all these like initial mechanics figured out, it should be pretty easy to actually make content for this game. So yeah, that's where it currently stands right now. Thank you all for watching.